Hohepa Hawke's Bay was founded in 1957 by local dairy farmer and benefactor Sir Lewis Harris and educator Marjorie Allen. Based over 2 sites, Hohepa's dairy farm, cheesery and gardens provide for the community and create an income stream for the organisation that holds at its heart a vision for every life fully lived.
Hohepa is a community founded on the principles of Rudolf Steiner. Dr. Steiner was an environmentalist, a humanist, an entrepreneur that was concerned with humanity, with issues of our time. And he put a lot of emphasis in bringing sort of spirituality in a way that will help society and human beings. And in part of his work, his focus was on developing an inclusive social model to support people with intellectual disabilities, work in a community with people sharing, learning sort of platform or network. So Hohepa was founded in those principles 60 years ago. We now support 175 people that are involved in our community. We employ over 525 members of staff. And yeah, we are a vibrant and dynamic community. Part of the work that we do, it's central in the relationship with the land, with Fenua. And we produce most of the vegetables that we consume here in the community. It's critical to the work that we do that everything that we offer to the people that we support is an opportunity to live a life fully lived. That's our vision, that's our motto for existence. So people are engaged in work centers of their choice. So we've got people who have chosen to work in the woodwork center, and we produce outdoor furniture, toys of the highest quality. We make candles. We have a weaving workshop. We have the cheesery, which is one of the sort of landmarks of Hohepa. We have the dairy, the milk production, the yogurt.
We milk about 50 cows, and we produce about 160,000 liters milk a year, which is rather a low yield, which we are trying to improve at the moment through breeding, mainly through genetics. Our land is limited by boundaries to the left and to the right. We can't expand on the Hohepa side. So we need to intensify and get out of as much as possible while still being sustainability. We don't have shareholders on the farm, so the farm is not pushed to make as much profit and to get every dollar out of everything and calculate everything. Our farm has a social value in New Zealand and for the community in Hawke's Bay. Our farm has a cultural value for the people that live here and work on it. Our farm has a sustainability value, which is very important. And of course, last but not least, our farm has a budgeting value. The main bulk of the milk is processed, and of the products we make is several hard cheeses. We sell pasteurized fresh milk, but 80% goes into processing, either yogurt or soft cheeses or related products. Everything is also produced inside Hohepa by the community, by the people we support and the houses they live in, and the rest is sold all over New Zealand. The best thing is the social enterprise, people working together and people enjoying their days, and also people enjoying the challenges and facing the challenges, learning together, working together, growing, developing as human beings from inside.
I work over the farm. I'm loving it, eh? Yeah, turning the compost. I do all that by myself, turn it, then lift it up with the tractor. I do milking. Oh, I love it, eh?
All right, Tess, let's go pick some bok choys. Yeah. Come on.
The biodynamic approach to farming goes back to 1924. The work is more intensive because we don't use herbicides, we don't use chemical fertilizers, we don't use insecticides. We have different methods of agriculture. It is especially the additives and the fertilizers that are different. There is some increase in yield through using the preparations and the biodynamic method, but it's mainly about the sustainability, about the well-being of the people which eat the produce, and it is in that sense totally about the quality.
This is the crop that Leif did. I'm very proud of it. This land was empty. But since he did that land and the produce, he thought, what can I do with this piece of land? He built a garden out of it.
At Hohepa, we've recently established a native plant nursery. This is part of the 1 Billion Trees program, which the government is very keen to establish in the region. And so we've taken the opportunity to gather the seeds, establish nursery plants, and grow those on for supply for major wetland restoration projects throughout the region. Our trees are grown at our Hamoana nursery, which is a partnership with the Genesis Reforestation Trust, and we provide those plants to various projects and at minimal charge, and we're also involved substantially, the people we support, in planting those plants and looking after them over the long term. With our environmental service, we provide the complete start to finish service. So we're engaged significantly in producing the plants, and then we spend a lot of time planting them, looking after them, caring for them, and just continuously involved in these community projects. Over the last few years, we've managed to have great support from the regional council, from the local Napier City Council, and the likes of Ministry for the Environment, and more particularly MPI and the Ministry of Forestry. So they have been tremendous supports for us to build our capacity and to do great work in the community.
Thanks, New Zealand On Air.